at 52, Jim put out all the statements on a table in front of me. I sat there and added them up, and they had a net worth of $1.8 million. And I sat back at a table just like this and said, how did you do this? And they had just been in my class for 4 weeks. They're like, David, we did a lot of what you talked about, but we didn't have a budget because budgets don't work. And they talked about why budgeting didn't work for them. They said, we put everything on autopilot. We saved money automatically for everything. And that was the moment that changed my life. I realized that day, as somebody who was living paycheck to paycheck with a high income, these people had half the income that I did, and they were able to retire at 52. I was in my mid-20s, and I realized that if I didn't start saving and investing, if I didn't change, nothing was going to change. And I would never have the financial freedom that they had. And so I went home that day and I changed everything in my life. Now, I had a lot of bad habits, so I had a lot of things that needed to be changed.
You were the senior vice president at Morgan Stanley when you stepped down, and you soon after wrote this book called Smart Women Finish Rich. It begs the question, what are the differences that you saw through your process of financial education that women face versus men?
I was in business with my father, and we had a lot of older clients. And I would sit in on meetings one after another with widows. So in the first month of my career, I sat in 3 meetings with 3 widows where the husband had dropped dead suddenly. And my dad at the time was teaching these women how to read their broker statements, how to write checks, and how to know if they would have enough money.